you currently staging?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Corner of Mangrum and Aura.
Good Sunday morning.
Receive. I'm going to go ahead and keep you on the call. Once we get stabilized here.
It has been a very nice morning this morning, nice and cool outside.
Start to clear some of the
Before we get into this extremely hot day. A lot of stuff going on this morning. There's a house on fire up in the Pflugerville area. There is a elderly female that has gone missing in the Gaines Creek area right off Mopac. Sounds like her and her husband were out hiking last night on the Greenbelt. They became lost and she hasn't been seen since. They found him wandering around on a road. She's 82 years old, so not looking good at this point.
Negative. It hasn't been confirmed. They walked across the pedestrian bridge. So that's our closest point last seen.
Yeah.
Maybe reports of her between that location and Lamar. So
Rod's up. Good morning. Sorry, I'm trying to listen to the radio chatter. 82-year-old female went missing on the Greenbelt down in South Austin. They have a rescue task force searching for them. They found the husband. He was he was actually kind of wandering around on the roadway down there, and the elderly female has not been seen. It's sad.
From Hasty 51.
They are looking hard. They have a task force out there looking for her. It's going to get extremely hot today. Yeah, 82 years old.
People down here that have come from several
They live in they're right there in the picture that I posted. The map. There's a like an assisted living place right there, and that's where they were living in the independent side of that facility. So
just to make sure you crossed.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It kills me.
Greenbelt on the pedestrian hike and bike bridge, and then headed towards what you're calling Sculpture Falls on the trail. Is that correct?
I think it's negative. We followed the concrete trail all the way down to where it separated into a single lane concrete
They're looking
trail.
hard for her.
We were walking directly between the two Mopacs.
But man, they're gonna have to find her quick. If she's been out since last night without water, without food, and it's gonna start getting hot today at her age.
Okay, so you sounds like you're on the south side of the creek, and you headed towards. You're saying Sculpture Falls, but I don't think you had time to make it that far. I'm probably pretty sure you're at Twin Falls.
We're at different falls.
We're gonna
Right
drive
now,
down
the
that
trail
way
keeps
right
going.
now.
We started off to check the falls themselves, and there's people down there that haven't reported seeing anything. We're back up at the trail that goes off to Twin Falls. We can continue heading west.
Where do people? So they are. They
I
have.
just want to make sure you're in where
Hang on.
you are. So you headed. I think you're at Twin Falls, based on how long you've been on the trail. And if you went further, you would end up at Sculpture Falls. Twin Falls is a real jagged couple of falls, where Sculpture Falls is long, drawn out grooves in the rock. Lots of erosion with grooves in sandstone. Can you confirm which one you think you're at?
Yeah, they start right now. There's a
We're at Twin Falls.
there's a like a pedestrian hike and bike bridge in that area, and that's where they're currently at. They've made it all the way to Twin Falls. They started at the where that assisted living place is.
Will you bring her back here? Just make sure it's her and not someone just wanting a free run.
I think they may have found her.
We'll talk to her and bring her back to you.
I think they may have found her.
Flip 51, this is Rescue 20. Will you just stand past where you're at, brother? And we think we got her.
Yeah, I think they found her. Andrew, 82-year-old female. 82-year-old female went missing. She was last seen last night on the Violet Crown Trail. Her and her husband got lost. She's 82. He's 82. They found him walking on the roadway this morning, disoriented, had no clue where he was at. And it sounds like they just found the female, thank goodness. Man, that had to have been a very long night for her. Can you imagine being stuck out there at 82, nothing to drink, nothing to eat, and lost on that dark green belt? Man, frightening. I'm telling you, frightening. Yeah, so Andrew, they got lost last night, and then this morning the mail, they got separated last night, and then the mail made it onto a roadway down there, and he was found just kind of disoriented and wandering the roadway. And whoever found him called 911, and he told them that, yeah, my wife is still lost in there somewhere. Yeah, thank God they found her. Man, that's horrific. That is horrific. I can't imagine being 82 years old, frail. They said she was pretty frail. Nothing to eat, nothing to drink, and then you get lost on that green belt. And the you're welcome, Rod's up. And the part that they went missing on was pretty rugged. Craziness. Thank God they found her, though. Andrew, thanks for stopping by, man. We need to talk soon. We should get together and have some lunch again soon. Head back over to Dan's Hamburgers. Did they go on a walk together? Yeah, there's an assisted living facility that's kind of right by an entrance to the trail. And apparently last night they went on a hike and just got lost. I think they, from what it sounded like, they went yesterday evening when it started cooling off. They went into the greenbelt for a walk, and then they got turned around and they got lost. Yeah, man, I can't imagine. You know, I've hiked that trail a lot, and that's a hard hike for me. I can't imagine being 82 and getting lost.
That's correct.
Yeah, for right. I want people to know, especially if you're going to go out on the greenbelt hiking, man. You got to have, it's easy to get lost out there. I use an app on my phone that records my position, but it also it leaves a breadcrumb trail. It leaves a trail where I've been. That way we can always find our way back out. People think, I've heard people tell me, it's like, you can't get lost. Yeah, you can get lost on those green belts. It's easy to get lost on the green belts. The green belts in this city are big, very big, and it is easy to get lost. So I have a trunk full of water, juice, bananas, and things. So we're gonna hand out as much of this stuff as I can today. Try to keep people as cool as possible.
She is unable to walk to our unit, and she's up about a 10-foot hill. So we're going to need more resources over here to help her down.
She got up on a hill. They just said she's up on on a big hill. They're having to get more crew out there to help her off the hill. Man, that's horrific.
I'm going to send you
getting another fire unit
All right,
down there.
Engine 20, this is Rescue 20. Did you copy that? Can you finish your duties over there and you'll help Rescue 20? You can look at them on the map.
We're heading to South Austin right now.
Digitally received. Working that way now.
Yeah.
Engine 31, 51. Try engine 32, 51. You guys return your units.
Yeah, Andrew, it is getting worse. It's getting so much worse. You know, actually, I don't know if you knew this, but you know, like if you keep going down Ben White, like from your area that you live in, if you keep going back towards Lamar, and you know where it kind of turns and goes back kind of to the west, and then you cross over Westgate, there's a big open area in between the east and west lanes. It's concrete. That whole area fills up with people. I filmed it just last week or the week before last. So they're all there. And then the other big place, which I know you know, is Man Shack and Ben White. The people that I see at that intersection right now are the people that were in the Barton Creek Greenbelt. So when they went in and cleaned the Barton Creek Greenbelt out, most of those people just moved over to the Man Shack Ben White intersection. They just moved right on over. We're gonna head down there right now and see what we can see. It's crazy how they shut one camp down. So check this out. They went into the Barton Creek Greenbelt. They offered every single person there, they offered them housing. Well, you know, the hotels, which is housing. I mean, it's basically an efficiency apartment, free of charge. And these people, we go down there and talk to them. Hey man, how's it going? You know, how's the housing going? Why are you back in the Greenbelt? Well, they keep the hotel room and they keep coming, you know, they stay back down in the Greenbelt. So they want to go down in the Greenbelt because that's where they can dope and do whatever it is that they're doing. But they keep the hotel room, that way they have a place to go shower and a place to go if they need to. So, you know, and that's the thing. It's insanity. They need to make sure that every person that has a room is going to that room every night. And if you don't go to your room, if you're not using it, we're going to give it to somebody else. There's a finite number of rooms that, you know, they don't have enough. And yet, you know, a good percentage of them are being used for people that are not even staying in them. Good morning, Butterfly. How are you doing this morning? We're heading down to where a rescue task force is happening. That's good, Butterfly. Thank you. We're trying to build up on YouTube right now. Speaking of that, have you guys ever heard of a platform? It's called Odyssey. ODYSEE.com. Odyssey. It's kind of a YouTube, kind of an alternative YouTube. They reached out to me and asked me to come over to their platform. I've been having a lot of issues with censorship, these videos that I make getting taken down for whatever reason. And so they asked me to come over there. Look, you know, you're not going to have any issues with censorship here. Monetized, everything is good there. So all of my videos have been moved over so far. I don't have the channel. The channel's there on Odyssey. It's just not, I'm not promoting it just yet, but they're going to run some promotions for me over there once we go live this week. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited to try a new platform and see just what'll happen. It's so odd with all these social media platforms. You know, most all of my views come from X. I've focused on X just solid. And I'll do really good on X. My videos they are banging on TikTok. I'm averaging like, 1 million to 2 million views. But these other, like Facebook, it's like I cannot even get a view on Facebook. It's so odd. So odd. The algorithms and the way they work. So odd. So we are almost to the rescue task force. It's just right down here, a little ways from us here. I got the car, the dash mobile fixed. I had a lot of issues yesterday. I mean, a lot of issues yesterday. The brakes, brakes usually have a squealer. Like Odyssey, I use them to find information during COVID blackout. Yeah, Odyssey, I've heard of them, but I never used them. But like I said, the CEO over there at Odyssey, he reached out to me and was like, look, come on over, we'll hook you up. Let's get it going. Yeah, I'm live on Rumble right now too, RV. I'm live on Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, pretty much all of them. No, I'm not live on Facebook. I take it back. I stopped streaming over to Facebook. But I'm live right now on Rumble. Alright, we've got to get off. Let's see. $44.25. All right. Yeah, we're right here at the at where this happened. Yeah, so Odyssey. I'm really excited to get going on Odyssey and see how we do over there. They're gonna run some promotions for us. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, I'm very excited, and I believe I can live stream there too. I believe I can live stream there. Oh yeah, I see. You know what? Whoa. We're not going to be able to get in there. They've got that whole area blocked off back there. Wow. Headed to Rumble. Good deal. Headed to Rumble. RV, if you're still listening, leave a message on Rumble. I want to see if the messages populate on Rumble like they do on YouTube and X. So I have a bot running right now that if you leave a message on YouTube, it should automatically repost it over to X and so forth. I want to see if that's working on Rumble as well. Rumble. We're going to lose connection here for just a second, guys. I am very sorry, but we will be right back if it does, which it will. It says not live? Huh. Hang on, let me check. Yeah, it's offline, huh? There it goes. Wait a minute. Let's see what I'm doing here. Okay, we should be live now. Wait, no, hang on. Let me see what happened. Streaming. Okay, that's not it. Hang on, let me pull over here and stop real quick so I can look. Unable to connect. Hang on. Hang on, I gotta fix it. Bear with me 1 second. Restream. Let's see, edit. Hang on. Unable to connect. Okay. We're gonna go bam. Stream key. Okay. It should. Hang on, it should go now. It should. Hang on. Let me make sure it's gonna. Let me make sure it's gonna go live. I may not be able to go live. Let me see here. I may have screwed it up, y'all. See if it's. Yeah. Okay, no, we're live over there now. Alright, so we are live on Rumble now. I screwed up the stream key. Good morning, Shade Tree. Man, let me tell you something. This damn car. This stupid car, man. I almost broke my finger and almost cut the thing off. So when you're fixing, let me give you a tip for you non-mechanic people like myself and non-mechanically inclined people. When you're gonna compress a caliper, sometimes those fucking things twist. You gotta spin them while you compress them. And I didn't know that. So I fought with that thing trying to compress it. I almost went and bought a whole new caliper. And then I got smart and decided to look on YouTube and watch a video. And I had to go buy a tool from Harbor Freight. It was a $44 tool. And the minute I bought that tool, and the mechanic, so I had a mechanic over. He's, gave him the tool. He had it fixed in no time. Yeah, it twists. So you got to twist it while you got to spin it clockwise while you are compressing it. And let me tell you something. It is a bitch. But the mechanic hooked me up. Cost me $500 by the end of it. I went ahead and had him do all the brakes while I was there. While he was there. It was just like, look, man, you're already here. Might as well, I'm going to be paying you for this trip. And so, boom, boom, boom. He got the rest of them done. Man, I'm telling you. See, I didn't read your message until after I was done. And I was like, man, why didn't I read that message beforehand? So, yeah, I was paying the guy to be there. Look, it took him less time to do all four wheels, the brakes on all four wheels. It took him less time than it took me to even get the brake pads out of one. Yep, $500. That's what it cost me. I had to expedite it. I had no choice, man. I had this thing apart I had pieces everywhere, and he's like, look, I don't normally work on Saturday. He's like, he was in Kyle. He didn't want to work. It took him about an hour and 15 minutes, but most of it was a trip charge, and it was an after hours thing, where he came out after hours. I'm not complaining though, man, because the guy really got me hooked up, and he probably kept me from having to buy a new caliper because I had a C-clamp spinning on it, and I gouged the metal on it, so thank goodness it wasn't bad enough. The caliper was still in good enough shape that I didn't have to buy a new caliper, but it probably saved me money in the long run because I'm stupid. They never want to work when you... Yeah, I'm telling you. But he was very highly recommended, man, and so I was like, no, please just come out. And plus, I live way out in the middle of nowhere. It took him an hour to get to me. You know what? And he was a follower, too. I'm like, come on, man. Don't I get this, follower discount? I'm just kidding. I don't want discounts. Yeah, he did do me a favor. I don't think he would have come if I hadn't have been Dash, to be quite honest. But, he could have gouged me for more parts, but he didn't. Boom, boom, boom. He got it done quickly. Yeah, I was at that point where I was just ready. I was so, you get to that frustration point, that point where you're so frustrated you're just about ready to break stuff. I was about ready to break stuff. Can I add mods to... I don't know if I can add mods to X. I know I can add mods on YouTube. It's definitely profitable, especially because you get idiots like me that get out there and try to fix stuff and then end up getting in a bind, and you've got to pay the mechanic to come out. But look, the brakes are not noisy anymore. Do y'all hear that? You hear nothing. I was live yesterday, and I don't know if you go back and look at the live from yesterday morning, you'll hear it. It went, normally brakes have squealers on them. It didn't even squeal. It just went it went from nothing to metal on metal. And I went and I drove home, and right when I was turning onto my street, the brakes went to the floorboard, and one of the brake pads on the back passenger side, one of the pads fell out, and the caliper was touching the disc, or the plunger on the caliper, and it locked my wheel up. I've got a black mark going into my driveway. I'm so glad that didn't happen down here. Alright. I gotta figure out what we're doing here. Hey, you guys. Zero, we have the police radio, or the fire radio is not, it's not encrypted. I don't know what happened. I couldn't pick it up. I don't know if it's live on the web right now or not, but it's not encrypted. Let me tell you something. That was so embarrassing driving down here yesterday. You hear that yeet, 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 like every time your wheel turns, and then you press the brake pedal and it's like I'm just watching people looking at me like, this guy. Fix your car, man. Fix your car. We're gonna go back here. This is where I found that lady that was in really bad shape a few weeks ago that I had to call 911 for. She was back here in this back corner. We're gonna go see if they're back there right now. Man, I'm telling you, it's still embarrassing.
Air monitoring's done. All zeros. It's all good.
Let's see if it may be a little too early. 9:30. There may not be anybody. There's somebody there at the bingo hall or at the VFW.
Control 4233.
4233.
Huh.
Can you show us out of service, please?
But you know, I am so hard on this car. The only thing that this car does is what I'm doing right now. And I put more miles on this stupid thing.
Thank you.
I put more miles on this car than I ever put on any car doing this. And I've got to, I mean, it's a good car. It's all-wheel drive, and it's got non-standard size tires on it. So when I had to put tires on it the other day, they were pretty expensive. And since it's all-wheel drive, it's got that independent, it's called like independent braking or something like that. But when it's icy outside or snowy outside, this car is badass because it's all-wheel drive. And I try my best. I've tried my best in the past to leave 4 black marks to peel out, but it won't do it. One will start spinning and then the other one stops. I guess it's got some kind of traction control or something on it. But driving an all-wheel drive car, and then you go back to a like my wife's, she has a Tahoe. It feels completely different driving an all-wheel drive car to just a 2-wheel drive car. In this car, it feels like I'm stuck to the road, like I'm suction cupped to the road.
Yeah, sir, we're getting buzzed up. We'll head your way. Control. DC3. Show the truck out of service. Admin.
Man, there's not a whole lot happening down here on South Congress this morning. We're gonna get, let me see what's happening. We have a rescue task force. I know where that's at. And traffic injury. There was a house fire right now up in Pflugerville. The front yard apparently was full of old tires, and those old tires somehow caught on fire. Y'all know this new HEB right here at Old Torf and Congress? The new, it's like, you know, the new HEB that's got like the parking garage in it. I can't wait till that thing opens. I want to go in there and see it. It's supposed to be really, really awesome on the inside. Smoke Shop, the Cosmic Cowboy. Spy Cloud. My web host is down here. Well, no. Is my web host down here? I can't remember where Andrew's hosting. I know that my web host is based in Austin. I've got the best Andrew Robbins. He was in here. He may still be in here right now. This guy is one of the most awesome. He does web hosting. He built my website. The guy is amazing. how he does. I don't know how he does it, but when he built my website, he did it so quickly. It makes me jealous that people can do that stuff. And if I have a problem with it, I message him, and like he fixes it in just seconds. Like he already knows what's wrong. You guys got to go follow him, Andrew Robbins. It's a really cool guy. He owns WP Engine. WP Engine. Here in Austin. Which building's that? The building... Oh yeah, it used to be that no building was taller than the Capitol. You know, I saw a story. I can't remember what building it is, but there's a building going in right now over in the Rainy Street area. I can't remember if it's the tallest building. It's the tallest building, and it's gonna be the tallest building in Texas. I believe it was Texas. Yeah, look at that skyline. You can barely see the little Capitol right in the middle. Just kind of sticking up there. I've got some really cool pictures of the Frost Bank building. I call that the owl. I call it the owl building because it looks like it's, you know, owl ears. But I've got some really cool pictures of the Frost Bank building when it was being built. I can't believe what the skyline looks like now compared to when I moved here 15 years ago. It was nothing like this. It was just nothing remotely like this. Riverside Drive. I was at Texas State when it was built. Yeah, that was back in... Wasn't it built back in the 80s, I think? They do sway up at the top. So, check this out. Before I did this, I was an engineer. That's what I did. That's what I did by trade. And I worked on a lot of phone, internet, that kind of stuff, and we worked at the top of those buildings. And yes, those buildings are made to move. They do move. It's not like you're going to stand up there and get dizzy, but they absolutely 100% move, which is freaky. But if you think about it, you can't tell. I mean, it's not like it's moving so much that you're going to even be able to tell, but they do move. They have a sway. I forget what the name of that building that's going to be the tallest building in Texas. I can't remember the name of it, but they're already going to start building it. It's going to be there's an IHOP right there at Cesar Chavez and 35. It's going to be right there in that area. Hope a tornado never... I'm telling you, so up in Fort Worth, Texas, this was back in the early 2000s. There was a tornado that went into the downtown area, and it hit there was a big Bank One tower, and it was crazy. It knocked out all of the glass in that building, and they ended up having to tear that whole building down after that tornado hit it. But it was I think it was a 32-floor building that got hit. Yeah, RV, I have a video on that that I haven't released it yet, but I have a video on that incident. I'm gonna release it over on X and YouTube. On X, I'm gonna release it on my Dash Media account. Where I went to where his house was at, Then I went to the IRS building. I went to Georgetown where he flew the plane out of. And I got the whole history of that. And in the video, his manifesto that he posted online. If you have never read his manifesto, it is incredibly crazy. Completed in 2026. Yep, that's it. 1020. Does it have a name of the building? I can't remember if it had a name or not. But yeah, I'll release that video soon. I have so many videos I need to release that I haven't released yet. But I went to the IRS building that he hit. I went to the house that he burnt down, or the address where he burnt it down. The Georgetown airport where he flew out of, and we covered the manifesto, the facts of the case. It's an interesting video. It's about 20 minutes long. But you got to go look up. You got to look up the. He posted his little manifesto, or his suicide note, whatever you want to call it. He posted it to his website. The website's gone, but there's a site out there that cached a version of it that you can still go out there and read. And it's very long, and it is a very interesting read. Yep, I'll let you know. I guess maybe I should just go ahead and put it out today. I don't know, I gotta think about that. I have 7 videos. I had a series that I was building, and the series was gonna be called Austin After Dark. It was not a live series like I do now on Friday and Saturday nights, but Austin After Dark, it was a series of videos on the crimes and stuff that's happened. And I have 7 videos that I made for that I was going to start releasing. I have not released it yet. It's called The Waterline is its name. And, yep, The Waterline. And the reason I haven't released those videos yet, so I work with a production company here in Austin. We're making a docu-series on Lady Bird Lake deaths, and not just here in Austin, but around the country. Chicago, New York, those areas. Nashville. And they get a first look at all of my work, my videos, before I can release them, if they want to buy the rights to them. Megalo Media, and the docu-series, it's a TV show. I've been working with them. We've been making that. I make documentaries. Megalo Media is the production company. You know that show, My 600 Pound Life? Y'all, do you know that show? That's who produced My 600 Pound Life, was Megalo Media. Or they were part of it, anyway. They have a lot of documentaries. That's pretty much what they do. True crime. They have a series on the Boneyard. It's an interesting thing. You got to check out their website and see all the stuff, all the shows that they work on. They're based here in Austin. My 600 Pound Life. Chase Jeffries, who is the director of production and research. He's the guy that I work with really closely, and it's an interesting story how they found those people. So I've got the sizzle reel. So when you're making a show, you make about a 5-minute version, kind of summing up what your show is going to be. And I just saw the sizzle reel to the Lady Bird Lake deaths. We've got the sizzle reel done, and it is badass. I wished I could show it to you guys, but I can't. Lady Bird Lake is crazy. So many men that have died mysteriously, but real drownings. Cannot wait to hear. Yeah, wait till it's gonna. So we're doing it's a docu-series, 7-episode for season 1. Not just on Austin. Austin's just a part of it. We've been researching. Austin, Chicago, Boston, New York, Nashville, Orlando, Florida. You know, I don't really know, Butterfly. I mean, I'm not employed for them. I'm contracted. I signed a contract to make this docu-series. But basically, I come up with these, ideas like we're looking at a show right now about the serial killer that's in the Travis County Jail right now. I've met all of the victims' family members, working with those people, getting interviews with them. And, I know the family members of a lot of the men that have died in the Lady Bird Lake. We interview them, get them on camera, get their story told. Writing the scripts for it, coming up with, how are we going to present the information. Episode 1's going to be presenting this case. Yeah, Raul Meza. I know Gloria Lofton was one of his last victim. And Raul Meza killed Gloria Lofton back in 2019. Her daughter, Christina, she's a very sweet woman, and I've been talking to her now for over a year. I can't tell you that, Gail. I can't tell you just yet. I'm sorry. My contract keeps me from talking about too much. But it's coming. It's coming. We're gonna make a big. It's gonna be when it is released. It's gonna make a big splash. You just hold on to your boots. It's gonna be big. A lot of people have done documentaries on it, like Law and Crime did an hour-long documentary, but this show, it's made for TV. It's not really made for internet. So, and I'm going to tell you, I've worked with a lot of editors and producers since I've been doing this. When you're making a show for TV, it is night and day different from making a show for the internet. I mean, the production quality it just blows my mind, the quality that they use. When we were filming, when I was sitting down and interviewing myself, or they were interviewing me, it's 3 cameras. It's badass. It's pretty badass. And some of the best cameras, man, those cameras are like 20, 30 grand cameras. It's amazing the quality that they use. The only thing I don't like about it is the lights. The lights are incredibly hot. And you gotta sit there for a while under those lights. A relative of mine went to high school with him here in Austin. I knew him also, and my cousin was best friends with his stepsister in high school. But yeah, Raul Meza's crazy, man. He killed a little girl back in the 80s, raped her and killed her. Then he went and I'm assuming there's still absolutely, yep, oh yeah, there's a big investigation going on. We have some really cool people that is working with us. We have a person from the CIA that's working with us. Do y'all know what was that show on YouTube called, where the divers, they go out looking for people in the cars? They're divers, and they oh man, what was that it's a big YouTube channel. Hang on. It's called oh shoot. It's right on the tip of my tongue. like right on the tip of my tongue. Yes, Adventures with Purpose. Adventures with Purpose. So, Nick Wren is a friend of mine. He is one of the divers with Adventures with Purpose. He's working on the show with us. Nick is up in the north part of the country, and Nick is awesome. Met him last year, and so they're doing a lot of work with us too. His stepsister was a wonderful person. She was a cheerleader and very smart, but he was, yeah, that guy is nuts. I've been working on getting an interview with him while he's in jail. But right now, the police department, they are not wanting anybody to talk to him. And it's the guy's crazy. The guy's legitimately crazy. I have the transcript of the 311 call. So this hasn't been released to the public, but I have a transcript of the 311 call when he called 311 to confess. I have that call, and you got to hear the stuff that he was taught. It's crazy. The man is legitimately nuts. But yeah, Adventures with Purpose is a channel on YouTube. It's a big channel where they go out and they're looking for all of these missing people that are in cars and such. And Nick Wren is one of the divers, and he is working with us on this. He's working with us on this show. This is the water tower camp that I filmed the other day. I'm going to show y'all where it's at. It's right here. This is the craziest homeless camp in Austin. The most dangerous and the largest. Hands down, the most crazy, largest homeless camp in Austin. And we're going to be back out here. What is today? Is today Sunday? Yeah, today's Sunday. We're going to be back out here tomorrow morning to finish documenting this camp. I can't wait to show y'all the sizzle reel to this show. It's so awesome. Yeah, Nick is top notch at what he does. This right here, these woods right here that's right in front of us, this is that camp. And if you look into the woods there, you're going to start seeing, look right here, you're going to start seeing stuff. See the junk right there? Look at all that. This is the absolute largest, craziest homeless camp there is in Austin. It is so big and so massive. Like, you have no idea how big it is. Oh man, does ooh, hang on. 13604 Gerald Ford, 13604.
Command 3M South, it's your discretion. Does say that patient may be violent, does not have a weapon.
Oh man. There's a bee swarm, a bee attack out in Manor. Is that Manor? Let's see, Emergency Services District 12. Yeah, that's Manor.
Future 2903 Buffalo Trail.
I always have trouble making sure that camera's straight. Oh man, it's this homeless guy over here on the other side of the street. he is marching to a band that only he can hear. Y'all see him over there? Makes me sad to see this. Look at this. I mean, this is it's inhumane to leave people out here like that. It is way inhumane. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll take anybody out with me. If you ever want to come out, send me a message on X and we'll make it happen. Homeless camps, sometimes I'll take people to the camps, especially, well, if it's one of the safer camps. I get a little worried about taking people to some of the, I don't want to get anybody hurt. That's my fear. So I'm more hesitant to take people into homeless camps. I mean, over the last 2 years, we've figured out, ways that we can keep ourselves safe and keep, basically just to stay safe. But I don't want my stupidity to hurt somebody else, if you know what I mean. It's not smart going into these places to film. But if you ever want to come out, let's do it. I'll take you out. You can co-pilot the Dashmobile. Always happy to have people along. Especially on, if you want to, let's do a Friday or a Saturday night when things get crazy around here. That's the good nights. Friday and Saturday nights. Oh man, there's some dogs running loose on the highway out here. That's not good. That's the second. That's the second CPR in progress.
Responding 2903 Buffalo Trail. 227, you'll be on that tech 1. You got Starflight 1 accepting. Engine 601, engine 604. Six of one, you get med contact.
That is the second CPR in progress call that I've heard this morning. That makes me sad. I think they're bringing Starflight to this one too.
Engine 604, Suzanne 601.
CPR in progress, that's never a good thing. Never. So, I've been thinking about doing some videos on like some of the movies that's been filmed in this area. Like Office Space. What was it? Was it called Office Space? It was filmed right over to the Jennifer Aniston was in it. It's a really funny movie. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just some of the Dazed and Confused, going to the locations where these movies were filmed and showing what they look like today compared to what they used to look like. I've been thinking about doing a series on those. I don't know if anybody would be interested in it. Yeah, it is a great flick, I'm telling you. And it was all filmed here in Austin. Every bit of it. It was all filmed here in Austin. I'll take my little boy down to Gonzales. Y'all know where all that happened down there. It feels just circling around, helping however you can.
You circle one up on the pick one.
Keep circling. Yeah, no, there's no progress. I mean, it is what it is, but there's definitely no progress. Yeah, and this is what I circle around, and when we find people need help, I'll hand out water, food, whatever. But it's getting worse. It's not getting any better. I can tell you that right now. Yes, Alligator Grill. That's where the restaurant was.
Good.
That is where the restaurant was, right? Yeah, I think so.
It looks like we're not going to have an LG anywhere near our location. Probably have to bring the patient back out to school or something.
Yeah, it's sad too. It keeps getting worse. The homeless population is exploding, and right now it's the hardest time. I know people think like August is the hardest time. Guys, hang on. We're gonna lose connection for just a second.
But Giant 601, go ahead.
Are we back? Are we back? We're back. All right.
604 direct.
Yeah. It is. It's frustrating to see that nothing changes, nothing is getting better, and then what is extremely frustrating is the people that are running the city. They act like they are. I mean, they act like they're doing God's work, and it's. I mean, right now is the hardest time for people on the street when it is going from, manageable weather to this extremely hot and humid weather. It's the most dangerous time. They're trying to, you got to acclimate to this kind of heat. And most of the people that live here on the street, they've just got here recently. Makes me so sad. Some laws and shit, I don't know. I believe we had. Yeah, it's sad. That we have one council member, Mackenzie Kelly, and Mackenzie is a good friend. I've gotten to know her quite a bit. We talk, maybe not daily, but almost daily. We talk, and she cares. She is the only one that does care. Or she says she cares, but she takes actions that shows that she cares. These other people say they care. But what is humane about keeping people out here on the street, drug addicted? There was a huge homeless camp straight back there. I was coming out here to see if there was anything here, but I don't understand. I don't understand what they think is humane about keeping people out here on the streets. Yeah, that would be a cool docuseries, wouldn't it? I could do an episode on each council member and their bullshit. That is a great idea, actually. That is a really good idea. I'm gonna have to think that over, because that's a really good idea.
9601 from into 601. We could cancel Starflight. We're gonna have negative on the stroke scale.
Yep, it's about the money. And you know what's bad is a lot of the money, the vast majority of the money that they've been using for homelessness here in this city came from COVID fund. It came from the American Rescue Act. And guess what's going away? The American Rescue Act. The money is drying up. The money is drying up, and they have a big budget deficit. And let's see. Should be able to get some awful research money out of it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. That's not a bad idea at all. That's not a bad idea at all. Trying to see where they're going to send this helicopter, but I don't see the helicopter flying yet. Yep, over $500 million. And guess what? A vast majority of that money is about to go away. And what are they going to do then? What are they going to do when that COVID money goes away? I don't know what they're going to do. They don't have the money to cover what they've got going. I mean, I think they're trying to use the money that they have left. It just, I don't know what they're doing. It blows my mind. We're down here in an area that is plagued by homelessness. This whole area down here is it's in seriously bad shape. And the council members like Ryan Alter, I'm in Ryan Alter's district right now. I think this is Ryan Alter's district.
We do have about
Completely plagued by homelessness. You've got people living down here that are furious. If you could have heard the way people were talking when he had that town hall at the church a while back, the way people were talking, I mean, the community down there around Joslyn Elementary and Sunshine, that community is at a boiling point. A large chunk of that money that goes to charities gets recycled back around. You know, and I don't understand that. I'm out here every day. Right now, I'm going 7 days a week, right? We're in the camps. We're on the street. We know what's going on. We see what's going on out here. But yet, I never see any of these nonprofits out here. Every once in a while, I'll run into the host team, the Homeless Outreach Street Team, which is a police officer, a paramedic, and 2 people from Integral Care. Every once in a while, we'll run into them. Every once in a while, we'll run into the Other Ones Foundation. They are the ones that you'll see driving around in a van with a big trailer behind it. They go and collect trash from the homeless camps. You see them, but you do not see any other group out here. You do not see any group in the camps. And when we go into these camps, we specifically ask them who they have talked to. Have you talked to any nonprofits? Have you talked to the city? Who have you talked to? They always say nobody. We see nobody. So what are they doing with this money? I don't understand. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. If they were out here, we would see them. We would talk to people that has talked to them. We would talk to people that they have helped. But everybody we talk to, they all tell us they never see anybody. They never talk to anybody. And it's infuriating, man. It's infuriating. I wished I had just, 1% of the money that they have. If I just had 1% of the money that they're getting, we could do so much for people. Todd Jeffries, I don't know him personally. He's a friend, but I mean, he's not like a close friend. I call in on occasion and talk. He actually gave me a really cool compliment the other day. He called me the GOAT of Austin. I'm like, nah, I don't know about that, but money pays for admin and the charities and PS and political campaigns. Yeah, Todd Jeffries, Todd Nas, they talk about what we're doing. They talk about me and Dash and Nomadic. They talk about us on occasion. And then on occasion, I'll call in. Mackenzie will message me and tell me that they're talking about, homelessness, and then I'll end up calling in. I think the last time I called in, we ended up talking for like 15 minutes about this, that, and the other. It was like an impromptu interview. I like Todd Jeffries. He's a very cool guy, very awesome guy. Been around Austin forever. Todd Jeffries, he has been around Austin forever, right? Isn't he one of those that's just been around? He's been on radio here for a long time. And he has the perfect radio name. Yeah, look at this over here. Look at all of the people on this corner. Look at that. And most of these people are from the Barton Creek Greenbelt. Look at that. This is the corner of Manshack and Ben White. Boy, he's coming. Yeah, this guy, especially on Twitter, man, he really tells it like it is. I think he may be a little more reserved when he's on the air, but I've listened to them this past week in the mornings, and they are, he's tearing it up.
Big 4233 to control the back control.
But, God, look at all this stuff under here, man. See, and I can't drive. I would normally drive under the bridge into the park and ride, and I would film that, but I can't right now because I have the dish going. Yeah, all these people right here are from the Barton Creek Greenbelt. All of them. He's selling art. Maybe I should buy a piece. What do you think? It's actually some pretty good looking art. It's not bad. Speaking of the Greenbelt, we're right here. Let's drive over to the Barton Creek Greenbelt and see what's what there. So there is a follower. I don't want to give his name, Dennis, but I'm not going to give his name. I met with him down here last week. This guy gave me a whole bag full of knives. And I mean, these knives, there's old timers. I'm carrying one right now that is a more of like a tactical knife. This guy gave me a bag full of some of the most awesome knives, and we're donating them. We're giving them out to some people in the homeless community. Most of them are pocket knives, but I couldn't believe the quality of the knives he gave me to hand out. They're so badass. Makes me sad just to hand them out knowing that they're just going to be, destroyed or dropped or lost or whatever. My dad carried an old-timer pocket knife. His whole life he carried an old-timer pocket knife, and I still have his knife that he carried. And I've got a old-timer that I'm carrying right now. It's a trapper. It's an old-timer. It's a trapper knife. And it is one of the nicest knives. And I will carry this thing forever. I want to be able to give it to my kids like my dad gave me his. It's old-timer pocket knives. Everybody should have a pocket knife. This old timer has a blade on it to clean the hooves of your horses out, and it's got a really sharp blade that when I was eating that peach this morning, it cut that peach like it was nothing. I miss my dad. My dad died the first of the year. I don't care how old you are, you lose a parent, it is devastating. It is absolutely devastating to lose a parent. But my mom is doing a lot better than what we thought she would be doing after losing my dad. She's keeping it together. Order ends a few weeks ago. I have to find a suitable replacement now. Well, if you need one, I got a bag full that are nice. All old timers are Schrade. Schrade is the company that makes old timers.
Standby.
4101 BK.
Engine 901, go ahead. We found the source of the black smoke. The piece of machinery is melting rubber correctly.
Uh-oh, that's what it is.
Everything's good here. We're clear. Tracy, thank you, Engine 901. Fire dispatch, Engine 12-3. Go ahead with the number. sir. The first one is 512-525-9473. Appreciate it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's the trees, Zero. I think it's the trees. I'm almost certain that's what it is. I'm working, so I have two connections in the car with me. I have my satellite, which is the primary, and I still have the live pack going. I'm waiting. I've got a device ordered that is going to load balance both of those. That way, if I lose the primary or the satellite, then it'll automatically fail right over to the backup, so I shouldn't drop out. I've been working on that. Look at this. There's a, oh man, y'all see this? This is new. This is the area they cleaned. Crazy, man. This is the area they cleaned. And there's a massive structure built right there at the entrance. Rinse and repeat, my friends. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, they're still down here cleaning, it looks like. They've got the dumpster still out here.
We're at the address. Going to go into the store, attempt to locate said patient.
Appreciate it, man.
All right.
Command 8's responding 29-4 Sweeney Lane, moving central.
Received with engine 18.
Sweeney Lane.
Our dispatcher, engine 37.
Control, medic 10, clears northwest, route to station for crew change.
All right.
Receive, I got to tell out.
And receive, thank you.
Man, I tell you what. What time is it? After 10, we're probably going to switch over and start handing out water pretty quick. Here pretty soon it's going to start getting hot. We're going to start handing out water. I need to stop by the store and pick up another case. I've got 3 cases back there, but I want to get...
39. The store address is Lululemon, but it appears to be closed. Someone can open the door for us.
I want to try to give out 4 cases today.
Precinct 39, so back.
You know, it would be so awesome, like I was saying a while ago, it would be so awesome to have just a 1% of the money that these nonprofits take in. We could do so much with just 1%. You know, I've gotten really good at doing something with nothing, And we could do so much, man, if we had just
Right, 39 on top.
a tiny bit of funding. We could do so much.
39, go ahead and try 1007 South Congress. Patient will be located inside the Birkenstock at the limit.
Makes me sad, man.
It's affirmative. Which on the address?
We could really start helping people. One day it'll happen. Working with Mackenzie to get Dash positioned in a way that I can start bidding on contracts for the city. That's coming too. Where Dash is going to be able to bid and hopefully get some contracts from the city. I'm going to be talking more about that here pretty soon.
21 Franklin over is 3548 Lost Creek.
3548 Lost Creek.
Check 221 en route to 2410 West Howard. Greasy's on north.
Okay, we're clear. Moving station, shift change.
Man, it's starting to get hot.
Giving you up to tell out. Cheers.
Starting to get hot. Ooh, the Soup Peddler, they have a Cuban sandwich. I love Cuban sandwiches. Man, oh man, do I love Cuban sandwiches. Tonight, after I'm off work tonight we are going to be grilling steaks, and I am so excited, man. I'm going to grill steaks and I'm going to grill corn, and we are going to eat it up. Gonna eat it up. Is it bad when you get excited for supper and it's only morning time? Bro, you better get out the road. You're going to get ran over.
87 back in there. 21 Franklin over to the rest. 3548 Lost Creek. Control, this is Medic 5 signing off for the day. Thank you. No problem, y'all. Good one.
Firecom North. Can we go? Yes, we can go.
Greasy. Medic 21's responding. 3548 Lost Creek. Greasy will be DC7, truck 302 at 302 on south.
Alright. I am going to start handing out water. It's getting hot enough. It's 92 degrees.
43.
People should be awake.
I'm having pretty good NGC.
I need to turn around and head back south. Turn around and head back south. Where can I pull a UE? I can do it right here. No. we're gonna go and see what the heck's up over there.
Alright, dispatch, you can just show. Alright,
I picked the wrong road to come down.
engine 12-1 from engine 12-3. Were you direct on cancellation? Receive.
Come on, go, go, go. Go, dude. Yeah, I went under the trees. There was a... Sorry, I'm looking for... There's something happening right down here, but I don't have the address. So when I was filming for that Charles Whitman video, hang on a sec, we're gonna drop out again here. Come on, dude. God dang it. Now I'm gonna drop out.
I think I'm south last someone.
When I was filming for...
Can I get a transport unit code 1, lower deck, all the way towards the end? Perfect.
When I was filming for the Charles Whitman video,
all the way towards the end.
I found the house, well, the address. The house is gone that he lived in when he did his fuckery at the tower.
33-6.
But it's a... You pull up at that address, man, it's just odd. It's odd being there, you know, where he lived. It just feels odd. Maybe it's just my bias because I know what he did, but it's an odd feeling. And I'm sure the people that live there, no, he lived on Jewel Street. Jewel Street. I found the address in the archives at the library. Why did you disconnect? I don't understand.
Briefly found that from Northwood and then Tulip.
I'm not sure why it disconnected. Just disconnecting again.
Agent 25, you're looking for a dog in a vehicle. Receive, thank you.
Is it back? Man, I'm open. I am wide open. And I'm dropping like 70%. I must be connected to a satellite that's off to the side. We should be back. Sorry, y'all. I guess I was connected to a satellite that was off to the side. I think we're good. Well, I can tell you I'll never come down this street again trying to stream. Jesus Christ. What a mess.
36, Shimano 260 baggage right. Precinct 36, see Buffalo.
Man, I don't know why I had so much trouble coming down this street.
District 4, District 6. 34 Land Rescue, 2900 8401. Still on me.
2900 Delwa. Got another rescue task force. Y'all want to go? Let's go. Rescue task force. I don't know what they're rescuing yet, but
634 is clear, already at arrest. Heading the station to complete for change. Great, I got a
2900.
Right, 5,180.
Alright, we're 9 minutes out from this next rescue task force. Alright, we'll probably drop connection going under 35 here. See, we gotta go.
Responding to the 2900 8,000 block Bell Blue Lane. Crazy down that decker.
Alright, 6 minutes. 6 minutes. See, the rescue, there's a lot of, on the weekends, there's a lot of rescue task force calls. People get out on the green belts in these areas trying to exercise, and they end up getting overheated.
Yes, is there a 1-3 word for this rescue task force on Delwa?
Stand by.
See what this area is.
This is your 6 responding 2900 Delwa Lane within Tech 3. Great.
Yeah, it's on the green belt. Well, it's kind of a green belt.
2900 to 8400 Bell Lane. Rescue 14 is 1455. That is 6 task force. Got FDL01 Troy and responding on Tech 201.
Just a few minutes.
On the trail back access to the jungle.
Yeah, somebody's on a trail and they need help. Yeah, I'm sorry, Zero. I think when I was coming down south first, I think I don't know what happened coming down south first. It really crapped out.
Very careful one.
Alright, we are 4 minutes. 4 minutes out.
Rescue 14, what 3 words have been added to the patient's location?
lot of trees in the area, and I can keep the stream going.
All units, this is Rescue 14. Patient location looks closer to the 183. Rescue 14 is going to respond to the 183 area and look for access point there.
I would assume we're going to where the battalion truck is going. I think. Oh man, I can't stop. Holy moly. A lot of fire trucks going over here. Yeah, I had to get over. I had to get off. Wasn't smart though. Was not smart.
Medic 36 from Austin 1. 36. Hey, morning, y'all. If you guys want to, when you guys arrive, just do the inner lane, not the commercial lane, and come all the way down by pillar L. And we'll be right inside the door there. 36 received. One up right now. I see the update that the patient is standing and talking. Are we on the line with him, and is he moving? Is he walking?
We're almost there.
Rescue 14, the caller was with him. He was standing. He was not moving or staying on the trail in the same position, but the caller was no longer on the line.
Okay, we turn right here.
Contact 201. No player. We're on the Del Wall, south of the, just at the bridge side. We're investigating. No flagger yet. Next in unit from command, report to the north side of the creek. We have a flagger riding up on a bicycle. North side of the bridge on 183, proper. Service road northbound.
Del Wall Lane. Yeah, it's Rescue Task Force. Sorry, I'm...
Units from command, Del Wall is going to be our best access where engine 5 is parked. Got an AC team heading up the trail. Report is about 200 yards from engine 5's location.
Oh no, we're gonna get blocked with all of these trees.
Rescue 14 direct responding to Del Wall.
Oh no, y'all. We're gonna get blocked.
Mid-31 cardiac arrest, 4336 straight, Edsel. 6. You go for 94. I'll pull it up on scene with engine 14. We got this. You can break off staff. Excuse me.
Why don't you try and pass us on the left?
Buzz on the left.
Command is engine 15. We have assigned, we do have a red team. We are on the north side of the creek over by Regine Street, the road. If you need
access from the home. Medic 31, Frank.
Man, y'all.
3 injury, and that's 700 bucks. Cover.
A lot of people back there.
You can downgrade this to the next big wheel and either BC or District 6 vehicle that can access the trail. All of your units can be canceled. And transport units.
They're canceling everything.
Medic 271. It looks like we're a lot closer to that DOS call than Medic 281. We'll go ahead and jump that. Sounds good, Tampa. Battalion 6 will scoot up and try to make access. Battalion 6 from ladder 22. If you want me to take command, then you can get back from staff for staffing too. If Engine 5 thinks we don't need you, I'm okay with that. Your discretion. Receive, I'll meet you up front.
Okay.
Battalion 6 is Rescue 14. I'm going to clear off the call unless you need me to keep coming.
Go ahead and clear off. Thanks. Moving south.
902 East Village. Hang on, y'all. 902.
Receive.
We could get there.
Medic com from Medic 251.
There's a trash fire we could get to probably.
251 to that. Apologies, it's actually Medic 281. Just confirming we
I
are.
highly doubt that.
That's confirmed numbers.
We need to go back the other way.
See you, thank you.